There's no ring, there's no effort, therefore you still on level 2, bro. This is the biggest mistake women that are just getting into a relationship make. I hear this so many times from my clients. They're like, listen,
I got in a relationship, I told the guy all the things I wanted, and then years pass and none of those things are coming into existence. He's not doing any of the things he said he would do.
Here's why. Have you ever heard the term, don't give away the milk for free, or he will not buy the cow, or it goes something like that? I have several clients. One of their biggest problems is setting boundaries, setting clear intentions, and actually following through, right? Females are so quick to say, these are the things I want from a man, these are the things I want in my life, I want to be married, I want to have kids, and then they get in a relationship. The first relationship, none of that happens. Second relationship, none of that happens. And then they're thinking, is it the type of guy I'm picking? What's going on? And the real truth is, it's not the type of guy you're picking. It's the fact that you don't know how to set clear boundaries and actually stick to it. Here's a prime example. If you are dating a guy, right? And that guy is basically telling you, I want the same things you want. In the relationship, you start doing things as a wife would. For instance, you start saying, hey babe, I'm gonna wash your clothes. You could come bring your stuff into my house. We could play house. All of these things. And it's like, why are you doing things as a wife and then expecting him to put a ring on it? Why would he put a ring on it if you are already doing all those things? And that's something that a lot of females don't understand, is you cannot ask somebody for something that you are already giving, so why would they make that extra effort? One of the best examples I love to give is this. Let's say you are a video game, okay? And there's levels to this ish, right? Here's the guy, he's in level 1. Okay, you want him to get to level 10, but you're already giving him all the perks that's in level 10, but you're coming down to level 1 and saying, hey, you gotta work to get to level 10. Why would they want to get to level 10, do all the obstacles when you're already giving the guy all the perks of level 10? That makes no sense. And then you're telling him, oh, you're not doing what you need to do.
Oh, you're not completing all the stuff you said you would in the relationship. Why don't I have a ring by now? Why don't I have kids by now? Why aren't we moved in together by now? Why haven't you cut off all those toxic friends by now?
When they're looking at you like,
why should I? Why should I put the effort in when I'm already on level 10 because you bumped me up there without any of the hard work? You set no boundaries.
And the fact of it is that you are so afraid to be single. You are so afraid to lose your partner. You think that if I give, right? If I show them what is waiting, they will want to put a ring on it. They will want to have kids. They will want to move in with me. When that's not how it works. If there's a way for anyone to cheat, they're gonna cheat. If it's simple for them to get to level 10 and not have to do any of the hard work, they're gonna do that. This is why so many relationships fail, because this person is like, I got away with everything, guys. I was able to move in. I was able to do all the things sexually I wanted to do with that partner. I was able to just be treated like a husband, a king, and I didn't have to put none of the effort. And then the female, after months, years of this, is now frustrated and like, oh my God, what's going on here? When it's like, no, what's going on here is you made it very easy for your partner to get away with not doing what he has to do. And the only way for you to fix this is to work on it right now. And the best way to work on it right now is to see, where is this low self-esteem coming from? Where is this fear of being single coming from? Where is this need for you to give so much of yourself to where you're not getting anything in return? What I want everybody to do that has this issue with setting boundaries, making clear goals, and sticking to ways for their partner to execute on the goals so they can bump their way to level 10 and not cheat their way up there, right? Do it in a fair way. Actually put the work in, because that's how a relationship is gonna last. If your partner actually puts the work in, changes who he is to become the person you need him to be. Take a piece of paper. Write down everything you want in your relationship. And listen, anyone can do this. If you're single, if you're in a relationship, whatever it is, right? Write down what you want. Number 1, kids. Number 2, marriage. Or number 1 can be marriage, whatever you want. Number 3, home. Number 4, I want us to go on a vacation here and see this and do that because it's always been on my bucket list. Okay. Now, when you have all those things, express it to your spouse. Hey, Here's the things I want out of our relationship. Marriage. Your spouse says, oh yes, I want marriage too. Okay, cool. Next time your partner says things like, can you wash my clothes for me? Can you have dinner ready when I'm home? Can you please let me live with you? You need to look at that list and say, my list is to be married, which I'm not yet. I don't even have a ring. So why am I doing wifey, excuse my language, for someone that hasn't put a ring on it? Therefore, you have to respond, no, sorry, I can't. And as soon as your partner says, why, babe, why can't you do that? We're supposed to be a team. Yeah, I can't do that because I'm not your wife. You expect me to do wife for you, but there's no ring, there's no effort. Therefore, you haven't moved up in levels yet. You still on level 2, bro. And guess what? In this level, there's things I do and there's things I'm not gonna do. If you wanna get to level 3, 4, 5, you gotta put the work in. I wanna have an engagement. I want a ring. Then we can move up. But until then, like, how can we do this? You want kids. That's on your list. But you're talking to someone that has expressed many times how being a parent is not something they look forward to. But yet you continue to date this person thinking this person will change, right? And then 5 months pass, 6 months pass, and then you're coming to your partner. I told you in the beginning I wanted kids. He's gonna come at you. I told you how I felt. I need more time. I need more time. That time turns to years. But instead of you scratching him out and saying, okay, I want someone that has that on their list, you are procrastinating. You are settling with someone that is bluntly telling you they don't want kids. They can beat around the bush. They can say what they want. They are telling you they don't want kids. It's not a part of their list. And setting clear boundaries is the only way you will get what you want. They have to bend the knee. I'm just going to be honest. Your partner has to bend the knee in certain things if they want to have a relationship with you. Because if they do not bend the knee, then it's not going to work. Here's the thing. You have to be powerful. You have to have courage. And with courage comes with not only giving in your relationship and expecting things to happen, deciding what you want in your relationship and really, really not budging, really listening before you talk and yap and say, I gotta change the person. Listen to what your partner is saying and look at your list and say, does that align with what I want? And if it doesn't, you have to be okay with saying, I'm not wasting no more time in this relationship. I wasted too much time. I'm done. Because you should not waste no more time. I have been with my spouse for close to 19 years. My fear has never been to be single. I have never been like, oh my God, I'm going to be single. I love myself. I love my peace. Being in a relationship for anyone that has known longer than 10 years is a lot of work, right? We go through a lot of ups and downs. It's not all fairy tale honeymoons. Honeymoon stage is already past us. You have to be okay with being single. You have to be okay with getting in your relationship. Stop people pleasing. Stop trying to please your partner thinking he will love you more, thinking he will appreciate it. Like, my girlfriend is so sweet. Like, she does this. She cooks for me every time I come home. She lets me hang out with my boys and doesn't call my phone and doesn't do these things. Like, she's so sweet. And then 10 years later, you are looking in the mirror saying, I wasted so much time in this relationship. I'm gonna really get down his throat. I'm gonna really tear him to 100 pieces. And by that time, what's the point? He's gonna marry you just to please you. He's gonna give you a child just because he feels like you don't stop hounding him about it. You never wanna hound someone about something. If you have a list and that list says have a kid, you never wanna peer pressure your partner like, honey, listen, we want to have a kid. We got to have a kid. Let's have a kid. You only want to state what you want in the beginning of your relationship once. Let it be clear. This is what I want. Here's a time frame. I recommend you making a time frame. If you want to be married, some people have a time frame. I want to be married in 2 years, right? I want to be married in 2 years and engaged in 1. Boom. What do you want? Listen to what he says. I want a kid. I want to have a kid within 3 years. That's it. And if a kid comes sooner, great. Ideally, You want to make a time frame for everything you want. That way, you know, and your partner knows, hold up, here's the time I have to get this done. And you want to listen to those red flags in the beginning of a relationship. If your spouse is downing having a kid, if your spouse is downing being married, if your spouse is downing proposing to you at a certain time, that's the real him. You want to listen to it. You want to take heed to that. The beginning of your relationship is like honeymoon stage. It doesn't get better years going on. Like, you have to put way more work. So if he's already doubting it now, as time goes on, it's gonna be like non-existent. Express what you want in your relationship early on. First date, second date, it doesn't matter. Express what you want. See what your partner says or the person that you're dating says. Here's the thing, you guys are gonna laugh at me. You guys are gonna probably be like, wow, that's just not right. But I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did. I wanted to have another kid. And I was basically, listen, you have that baby fever where you feel like that baby is like around you. Everything you do is like, oh, I need to have another baby. Sex became a chore. I don't know why, but I feel this baby talking to me. He wants to come into this world. So I basically told my spouse, like, listen, I need to have another baby. We need to have another baby. He was not on board. He was like, sorry, it's not happening. And I'm like, okay. Because as I usually handle stuff, it's like, okay, cool. That's not cool for you, but for my life, I want another kid. I had to be honest with him because I had baby fever on 1,000 to where I couldn't be happy unless I had another baby. So I basically told him, if me and you do not have any more kids, our relationship is done and I'm gonna move on with someone else and I'm gonna have their baby. I'm just letting you know that. I'm gonna have a baby by someone else and me and you are just gonna be done because I respect your feelings. I respect what you want, but I have to do the things that make me happy. I have to respect the things I want. And that was it. He was like, oh, you're gonna do that? You're gonna up and leave? I said, yes, I'm gonna up and leave because I can't be here and try to make you happy and inside I'm dying. Inside I'm sad. No, it can't happen because I'm gonna tell you one thing. Like I tell everybody, when you die, it's just you. Your partner's not sitting there holding your hand next to you like, don't worry, we got this. No, you were born by yourself and you're gonna die by yourself. So if you don't put your needs first, nobody will. The following month, I was pregnant. And he will tell everybody I raped him. I got him drunk at his birthday, whatever. But the next month, I was pregnant because I made that a boundary. I made it a standard. And there was no negotiation. Even if you feel like you're the bad guy in a relationship, you cannot negotiate on the things you want in life because that's negotiating on your happiness. Never, ever do that. Respectfully walk away. Respectfully tell the person you are with, I need to choose me. As women, we have to choose ourselves because no one is going to do it. And those are the type of boundaries I'm talking about. Those are the type of standards. I don't just talk about this. I actually live this life. And you could ask my spouse, all this took place. And now he's like, I can't imagine this life without this baby and without our son. Because our son brings all the joy to our family, all the love. He completes our family. So sometimes you may know what is best in your relationship and your spouse probably doesn't even know. Until the action is actually played out and then they're like, oh my God, you were right, I was wrong. Thanks for convincing me. I'm so happy that we did this. That's how things work. Start making sure that you do not negotiate on your happiness in life or in your relationship. And stop being afraid to be single. Stop being afraid to be alone. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not a scary thing. You speak to any single person, they will tell you, I'm living my best life. I have my house. I have all the things I need. I don't have to answer to nobody. Like, yes, of course, it is nice to be with somebody, but it's also nice to be single. And I get it, guys. At first, this will be very hard. At first, you will go through many people because a lot of people want different things than you. But it's such an accomplishment when you do find that person to know, thank God I waited. Thank God I didn't settle. Because I'm with someone that is just excited about all the things I want in life as I am. And that's a blessing. Thank you so much for watching and just stay tuned to my next video. Bye.
They be like, who